How is it going? This is the Tree of Woe show here, wishing everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day here on, the March 17th, 2014 Raw review. And something stuck on my freaking lip, or it hurts. Let's go right into this. The show starts off with Triple H coming out, and he says he is going to end the Yes movement, and it's the fans' fault. He was okay if this continued, but last week was too much. So it's the fans' fault for leading it all to this point, and he's not gonna feel sorry for it. Before I can get too far into anything, Batista's music hits. He comes out. Obviously you were gonna have the part where him and Randy Orton were gonna be upset about this, and they were. Batista says how he's upset at the fact that Daniel Bryan even has a chance, and Triple H says Daniel Bryan has no chance in hell. And then Orton comes out, also pissed, same sort of thing. And Triple H is like, you guys have. He's like, I can't believe you guys even think that there is no possibility that Daniel Bryan can beat me. So then Randy Orton's like, you know what? I want Daniel Bryan in a match tonight, no disqualification. He grants it to him. He says he wants to prove that he can do what Batista couldn't. Triple H goes off on Orton to Batista. He's like, you know what I'm sick of? Hollywood movie stars who come back and think they know how to run this place better than I do. Somebody that can't win a match unless I'm holding their hand. And then he dropped the bomb that changed everything at WrestleMania. He says there will be a triple threat at WrestleMania, and it's not going to be Daniel Bryan. But when I beat Daniel Bryan, it'll be Randy Orton versus Batista versus me. He drops the mic, and I said, praise God. I was so excited. I freaked out, marking out like a man. A, it makes the match so much less predictable. B, I know that everyone around the world just got a little nervous, and I got real excited. Segment ends with an RKO to Batista. They're backstage. Renee Young trying to get a word with Batista. He says coming back was a big mistake and walks off. Uh, making it seem like he quit. But did he? Find out later. The first match tonight was the Real Americans versus the Usos. The Real Americans get a win here. So, hey, New Age Outlaws still have a match. The Real Americans still have a match. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing at WrestleMania. If it's like a multi-tag. It'd be cool if we get, TLC match. I don't know if that's, realistic, but I'd be so down with that. Because you got a lot of contenders coming up for the titles. Like I said, Real Americans get the win here. And then the Shield's backstage with Kane. Shield says they're united. It's kind of the same stuff that you saw SmackDown. Um, he says that you guys need to be ready to help me, and they're like whatever. Then you have Hornswoggle out handing stuff out. Obviously, it's St. Patrick's Day. Bad News Barrett comes up and just basically says, "You're all gonna be drunk and not remember this tomorrow. You'll be vomiting all night, whatever." And then we got Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil looking like a man when he comes out, just all decked out. And he's about to injure poor little Hornswoggle, but Sheamus makes the save, of course, and gets the win. Christian was on commentary, announces he'll be in the Battle Royal. After the match, Sheamus says that he also will enter the Battle Royal. Christian gets upset at this because he thinks Sheamus is stealing his moment. Goes in there, hits a kill switch on him, which Sheamus would have kicked out at too because no one loses to the kill switch anymore. But at least he hit it. I remember there was that, during the Orton feud of a few years back, 3 years ago or so, he could never even hit it. So good for him. And then you got Cena comes out, cutting a promo. He says, he's afraid of Bray Wyatt, mostly because he's afraid that the fans are gonna listen to what Bray Wyatt says and take it, to heart and da 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 da. Bray Wyatt appears on the screen dressed in John Cena attire. This is actually a really cool segment. And he's like, I could be like you and sign autographs for everybody and take pictures and da da da, but that's not me, man. I just want to destroy your legacy at WrestleMania and da da da. Love this feud. Loved this segment. Looking forward to it. Speaking of loved, I loved this Orton versus Bryan DQ match. During the first, Orton was showing his aggressive side. He's talking shit to fans, going on kendo sticks, chairs, all sorts of stuff. Loved this match. Batista ends up interfering, comes out and hits Randy Orton with a spear, and then Bryan knees Batista or drop kicks him out of the ring and gets the pin on Randy Orton. So Daniel Bryan wins, and Daniel Bryan skedaddles on out of there, and Batista ends up coming out, hits a big Batista bomb on Randy Orton to close out the segment. I like the segment a lot. Then you got Paul Heyman coming out. He shows a pretty cool Undertaker highlight film about how the only constant thing the past however many years, 22, 21 years, has been the Undertaker, the streak continuing. But then he shows that with every year he's getting older, he's taking more damage, it's getting closer and closer to the streak ending. And then it shows highlights of Batista taking out all the same dudes that almost beat the Undertaker. Really cool segment, really effective to me, and just shows that hey, Brock's coming. Getting me more excited for this match. Brock is coming, baby. And then you got Stephanie and Triple H backstage talking about the whole Daniel Bryan situation, and Triple H just assures him, I got this, I got this. Don't worry about me, because that'll set up the main event segment later. Fandango versus Goldust. Goldust gets the win after Fandango tries to hit a leg drop from the top rope. He moves out of the way and ends up hitting it, and Goldust gets the win. Yeah, so that's what it is. Um, and then we get the segment where Kane comes out and he says that going off the whole Occupy Raw thing, that was too big of a thing for Daniel Bryan to have done it all by himself. So he had to have had an accomplice. And he obviously blames Jerry Lawler because they were in Memphis last week. So Jerry's kind of confused, won't come to the ring. So he calls out the Shield. The Shield ends up forcing Jerry into the ring. And they're like, and Seth Rollins is like, Daniel Bryan's not coming out to save you because the Shield always does what's best for business. Turns on Kane, takes him out, hits a spear on him, hit the triple power bomb. So it looks like I don't, unless it happens real fast. I don't see the Shield triple threat match happening at WrestleMania. Is it going to be one of them against Kane? Is it going to be all of them against Kane? I have no idea, but I'm interested to see. Shield are my boys, so I'm interested to see what their role is going into WrestleMania. Obviously, we'll find out pretty soon, for sure, because it's in a couple weeks. But good to see Jerry Lawler not get beat up by Kane. Next match was the Funkadactyls versus AJ and Tamina. The Bellas were on commentary. The Funkadactyls win. Naomi's rocking the eye patch, all bedazzled and glittered out. After the match, AJ freaks out on Tamina and gets shoved down, and then the segment just ends with them staring at each other all pissed. All right. The next Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. T, uh, wasn't really a surprise because earlier in the show when they were showing us how to use the app unsuccessfully, Jerry Lawler didn't know how to use an iPad. You saw on the screen Mr. T Hall of Fame, so good for him. You know, well deserved. So that's that. Then we got an 8-man tag match with the Big Show, Mark Henry, Big E, Langston, and Dolph Ziggler taking on Ryback, Curtis Axel, Damien Sandow, and Alvaro Del Rio. All 8 of these dudes will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so it tied into WrestleMania, so I was okay with it. It went a long time too, but it's an 8-man tag. You expect that. Finally, it ends up breaking down, and Big Show ends up getting the pin on Sandow, and then the face team celebrates in the ring. I'm kind of intrigued. I said check back with me as stuff goes on. I'm getting more and more intrigued by this because it's given there's pretty big names in this as far as the dudes that don't really have a lot to do going into WrestleMania, so they're going to be in this. So that's cool with me. I'm looking forward to it more and more as the names keep getting added. Then you got Big Show backstage, Batista backstage again with Renee Young. He's like, I didn't quit. I never quit anything. I don't care if it's Daniel Bryan or Triple H. I'm gonna win what I came back for. I respect that. Bray Wyatt beats Kofi Kingston fast as he should. Bray Wyatt is going to a match with John Cena, which, man, I hope he wins. But not gonna get my hopes up. But I hope he wins. So he dispatches Kofi Kingston pretty quick, as he should, given the circumstances. Main event segment, Daniel Bryan and Triple H face to face. Triple H comes out and says, you know what? Daniel Bryan, come out here. He's like, ever since SummerSlam, it just feels like this has been meant to be. We're going to go out there, and I just want to come out here as a man. He tries to shake his hand. Daniel Bryan won't. He's like, you know what? I have to do what I have to do at WrestleMania. I don't want any I'm not going to give any apologies, and you shouldn't apologize to me. He's like, it's one thing no one can say about you is I've put so much crap on you, man, and you're still here after all this. Anybody else would have taken their ball and went home. CM Punk shot at a boy Triple H. And he's like, you know what? So before I leave, I just want to say after all this that's going on, I respect you. And you're like, what is going on? The crowd's starting to be like, oh, that's good. They're clapping. All of a sudden, Triple H looking like a sympathetic figure. Stephanie storms out and she's talking about pressing charges and how he broke the law. Sends these cops down to arrest Daniel Bryan, and Triple H is kind of standing there like, no, we don't need to do this. You're going too far. He's arguing with Stephanie, and she's like, what do you mean you respect him? Da da da. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna turn Triple H face so that he can win and go to the title match. So they're beating up on Daniel Bryan. They get him handcuffed. Triple H grabs the mic. He's like, whoa, 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 guys. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Get off him. Get off him. And the crowd starts clapping. Yeah. Attaboy, Triple H. Thanks for helping him. He's like, I mean, you guys aren't even real cops anyways. And they're just looking around. The crowd's like, what? And he's like, just besides, I want to do this myself. Boom. Heel move of the generation. Bring the crowd in and just drop them on their head. Starts beating on the handcuffed Daniel Bryan. He beats him in the ring. He throws him against the barricade. Runs him into the table. Runs him into the goalpost. The ring post. Ooh. All while Steph's cheering him on. Stephanie gets a bunch of slaps in. Daniel Bryan's freaking out. You hit like a girl. Well, she is a girl, Daniel. Brain alert. Hello. Got dumbass hair messing with your mind. It's like a girl because she is a girl. Not that complex. But then she just goes ham. Slap, 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 slap. And he lays Daniel Bryan on the ring with his head next to the ring post. Grabs steel chair. Boom. Headshot. Didn't know those are allowed anymore. Don't care. Triple H does what he wants. It was badass. He's just ripping Daniel Bryan's shirt off. He dumps his head in the water, just all dripping all over the shit. And he ends it with a pedigree, as it should. They put the little trademark up like Triple H was done. He said, no, not without a pedigree. Drops him with a pedigree, grabs the mic, and said, this is my ring, our show. Get out of here. There's no yes movement, and drops it. This segment was so raw. I am looking forward to WrestleMania so much. I'm looking forward to Triple H and Daniel Bryan so much. Triple H is about to win that match and go on and have the Evolution Triple Threat match, the greatest main event of all time. Screw you, Daniel Bryan. Not gonna happen. So excited. I loved this show. This show was full of good things. All bad. Triple H heel mode was level a billion today. Good stuff. 100% supporting Triple H in this match. But I have to tell you guys that. You already knew that. Ooh. And while I know he's not going to win, well, I don't know he's not going to win. He absolutely could win. Well, I don't think he's going to win. By God, I'll take all the beating up of Daniel Bryan I can get on the road there, because when it gets there, I'm probably not going to like the result. But anyways, that's it for this review. I'll talk to you later.